to help you to filter other distractions and go straight to the point. So if you are asked to describe what you see in the graph, you go ahead and describe it. Hi, Linda Easy here. Welcome back to my channel. And if today is your first day of coming to this channel, please consider subscribing and also hit the bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. Okay, so today I'm going to be introducing you to 3-step formula that I use to prepare for my IELTS and also pass. I've shared this formula with friends and they found it very helpful. So just a little bit about me again. I'm a registered nurse. I am trained in Nigeria, but I'm registered also in the UK. I'm also registered in the US, and I used IELTS during the process of getting my licenses. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing what helped me to pass my IELTS in a very short time. Okay, so the formula is just very simple and it's probably something that you already know from your studies, from practicing for IELTS, but this formula will make it streamlined and help you to get focused when you're getting ready for the IELTS and also when you are writing the IELTS. Okay, so the formula is what I call the IOT formula. The I stands for information, the O stands for organization, and the T stands for time. Okay, for the idea or the information is just what you know about the particular task, what you know about the particular question, and what is expected of you in a particular task or question. And then the organization is how you structure your answer. And then the time is whether you are able to tackle the tasks and finish in a particular time. So, for example, for the listening aspect, it's recommended that you read through the questions first before you listen for the recording. So when you have already gone through the question and you're listening, you know what you are looking for. That's the first one. Idea or information. You know what you're listening for. For example, in the listening aspect of IELTS, they include distractions. But when you have read through the questions and you're listening for, let's say, a place or a number, then you already know that you are listening for a place or a number, and then it helps you to filter through the distractions that they usually include in the listening aspect. And then it helps to get focused. And then usually as you go down the questions in the listening aspect, you discover that the recording also flows with the questions. So that's the structure. Maybe the first aspect of the recording might be when someone is looking for an address. The second one, the person has found the address and then maybe looking for a place to lodge. Then you follow it in that particular aspect. Okay, for the writing, usually you have two tasks, the task 1 and the task 2. So when they give you a question or maybe a graph in the task 1, then you make sure you read the question, what you're expected to identify in the tasks, in the graph, and what you are expected to answer. So it now gives you like a framework of what you'll be talking about, and then it will help you to filter other distractions and go straight to the point. So if you are asked to describe what you see in a graph, you go ahead and describe what you see in a graph. You're not making inferences, you're describing what you see, maybe the highest and the lowest, the differences, and then you'll be able to focus and write it the way it is. And then when you're preparing, you're also bearing in mind the second aspect of this formula, which is your organization. How are you going to organize your points? Structure is everything in IELTS. It has a lot of structure really matters in IELTS, so you want to pay attention to how you're going to organize it, and you practice it before then, so that when you are presenting, so you already have in mind that, okay, when I'm presenting it when I am writing my task 1, this is how I'm going to structure it. I'm going to introduce it in a certain way. I'm going to write my description or my body in this particular order, and then I'm going to conclude. and it helps you a lot. And then you also time yourself. You will know, am I able to finish my task 1 in so time? Am I able to finish my task 2 in a particular time? So I'm going to be going in depth in my next videos, and I'm going to be sharing my screen and showing you how you can tackle these questions, the task 1, the task 2, and then the other aspects of IELTS with this particular formula. Okay, so let's go to the third one, and the third one is the speaking aspect. So in the speaking aspect as well, you have to practice in this same way. The idea or the information, what do I know about the question that they're asking me? Describe the transportation system in your home country. So you are going to be describing the transportation system in your country. You are not going to start saying other things like where you travel to or your holiday. No. So you are focusing on the transportation system. So when you're practicing, you practice how you're going to start your answers, maybe by describing how what the transportation system is like in your country. And then maybe in your description, you're going to be giving examples, and then how are you going to conclude it? So when you're practicing and you practice in this way, the day you're going to write your test, you already have in mind how you are going to go for the introduction when you are talking to them, whether you're going to be giving examples when you are describing whatever, and then finally how you are going to conclude. And this will actually help you in your speed and in your eloquence and in your confidence, and that is that. And also in your reading. So when you're practicing and you also use this formula, the idea or the information, the organization, the timing, you use it when you're practicing. When you have a reading text, you practice. Usually many of the reading texts are very long, and if you decide to read everything, or many people are not able to cope. So usually when you are practicing, you practice, okay, you read through the question, what am I looking for? Usually in your practice, or you discover that many of the answers are usually maybe in the first or 2 lines of each paragraph. And then how are the questions organized? Maybe it is the first question might be in the first paragraph, the second question might be in the second paragraph, and like that. So if you practice in that manner, you'll be able to organize your thoughts. You'll be able to be confident. You'll be able to know where to look for your answers, and that will really, really help you a lot to pass this exam in a very, very, very short time. So if you found this information very, very helpful, please like this video, subscribe and share, and also watch out for my next videos, because I'll be going in depth on how I actually prepared for each of them: the speaking, the writing, the listening, the reading, and I'll be also sharing the resources I use to practice. So watch out for these videos and make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.